Go! Get up, figure it out. 20 more, 20 more.
If only this dude would just be normal, he'd be so much more likable. Like, that was so, it was such an obvious screw up. You know what I mean? He did it on purpose. He just flipped himself onto the floor looking for pity and looking for whatever. And honestly, like, you know, at the end of these things, at the end, they'll sit down and talk. What did you think about it? Blah, 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 blah. Did you think about that? You can't trust a word that this guy is going to say because he's looking to look pathetic. He's looking to look like a loser. He is looking to make something out of nothing. It's ridiculous. You cannot tell me that a guy who's been addicted to drugs, gone through mental health crisis, learned so much about who he needs to be through this gym session. You can't. And honestly, at this point, it looks corny to me. Fousey's being given a camera, and he's being left open to his own devices over here. The guy can't be trusted to conduct himself properly, and therefore, he's going to give you some BS on camera saying, oh, it was the most spiritual experience I ever had in my life and all this BS.
How was training at Diamond Gym? You have a right to speak on that topic. You was in the depths of hell, but I was fighting through it.
You can't tell me that being in this gym was being in the depths of hell. You got people fighting in the army. You got people going through real struggles in real life. The people who are really living in a hell where there's no exit door. This is a gym. It has an entrance and an exit. You ain't telling me that you find the depths of hell in a place that has an entrance and an exit. You can't tell me that, dude. These dudes from the army, they probably saw some Diamond Gym videos and they said, hey, these guys are putting in the work. We want to train with them. When they walk onto that field in real life, you think there's an exit door that they can just walk out of? No, there's no exit door. You want to go through hell? Why don't you sign up for the army, Fousey? If you think this was hell, if you have the audacity to say you training in your colorful sneakers and your soft little pants and your little white shirt with your little blue hat on, if you're saying that this was hell, I want to see you go to the friggin' army, bro. And you tell me what is hell and what is not. You get put on a battlefield and you tell me what is hell and what is not. Don't tell me that the four walls of this gym that anybody could pay $10 or $20 to go to for a day, training in there was hell. And if you genuinely thought in your heart that this was the biggest nightmare that you've ever faced in your life, you have not been through nothing in your life, my friend. You don't know nothing about struggle. You had a hard day, your triceps are sore, you squirmed around like a little worm on the floor, okay? That's what you did, because you wanted clicks, you wanted views. You don't tell me that this taught you how to be a man.
Everybody's been creating their own narrative about you, right? They see clips, they see content, and they create their own narrative. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that.
People haven't been writing the narrative about Fousey. No, he's been writing the narrative because he live streamed his entire life. The things people say about Fousey, they've seen it off his own hand, from his own hand. Other people aren't narrating his life, controlling his life. He's been chasing money, chasing clout, chasing views for how many years? And once he started to decline, he started to do crazier and crazier things in order to try to get relevant again. No one's writing the narrative for him. He wrote his own narrative. And he did it because he wanted clicks and views and money.
You can have all your opinions behind the camera in the comfort of your lukewarm living room. But to come out here and actually do it, whether you like it or not, to come out here and say, I'm going to do it anyways, and I'm going to show y'all that I have the right to sit down and talk about it behind the camera, that's more respectable than anything else. So.
You got Hadi over here saying, oh, people sitting there in their lukewarm living room, being able to say what they want, essentially talking about people like me, right? Even if you don't like what we do, you coming out and doing the work, that's more respectable. Get the hell out of here, bro. See, if I were to go to your gym, I'd be lowering my standards. You understand? Lowering my standards. I would be treating myself and my body with less respect than before I started to train like how you train. You can't tell people who have too much respect for themselves that they need to lower their self-respect to walk through your gym door, do what you do, and then end up hurting their back afterwards, getting their toe crushed afterwards, cracking their skull open afterwards, and then, oh, but I got more respect for you now. But if you want to come onto my side of the screen and start telling me, oh, I don't respect people who don't do it, I don't need your respect. Because there's many people who won't walk through your door because they got too much self-respect. Every person we've seen come into your world, it's not because they want to prove something to themselves. It's because they want money, they want clout, they want recognition, they want attention. Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Very happy and excited to be back. I know you guys have been waiting on me. Thank you all so much for being here. Very happy. Now, you guys know I was away because I've been doing a lot of construction on the house. I showed you guys a while back my wall, and then I showed you in a recent post the finishing of the wall. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. I have had so many people tell me, Joe, you should have just left the wall the same. And I was like, dude, I would have left it the same. I like industrial. I find beauty in imperfections, which is why I like my reflection in the mirror, because there's just so much to talk about me, at least based on the commenters of this channel sometimes. But anyway, I love the wall the way it was, but we had to fix it because the wife did not go for that whole industrial, beauty in imperfection, whatever. So anyway, that's what we had to do. So you let me know what you think in the comments. Now, I have been, while away, requested to do Diamond Gym. Of course.
You know what it is, bro? I don't hate you. Okay. I just hate all the decisions you make.
So today, we're going to be doing Diamond Gym reactions. You may have noticed I stepped away from Diamond Gym for a bit, and that's because I've been doing documentary style videos, which I've been getting amazing feedback on. So guys, I behoove you, check out those videos. Yes, I write the script myself. Yes, I edit the videos myself. These videos take tons of time and energy, but they mean a lot to me. I am really enjoying this documentary style content, even though it takes a heck of a lot of time. So check it out. I believe today we are in store for a very, very long video because we're going to be doing a Diamond Gym reaction, and those are typically around 45 minutes. And so with a 45-minute video, as you guys know, when combined with the commentary, we usually get a good solid hour and a half to 2 hour video. So for everybody who loves the long videos, today I believe you guys are going to have one. Now, the first thing I want to mention is I was specifically asked to do a video reacting to Haddy Abdel and Unc training with Internet Troll. I don't know who this Internet Troll is, but apparently an internet troll trains at Diamond Gym, and we got people who want a reaction to that. But I haven't been on their page in a while, so I actually happened to come upon a video that talks about FouseyTube training at Diamond Gym. Now, for those of you who don't know who Fousey is, and again, with this one, I have not been asked to react to it, but I feel like I have to react to it. For those of you who don't know who Fousey is, Fousey was a very popular YouTuber back in the day, and I'm going to condense this for you guys, but essentially he fell off and lost his mind quite literally.
I'm live streaming. I'm the most famous guy on the internet right now. I literally told him, if I see you, I'm sticking 9 inches in your neck and I'm sliding it down your penis.
How do you want us to look for him if you don't know where he's
I have his address!
What is his address?
I said grab my security 20 minutes ago! You guys are dumb as man. You guys are literally dumb as Security! Come in here now! Y'all are I'm suing all y'all. and you arrest a Palestinian Muslim who's viral? Are y'all dumb or are you stupid?
Now, we don't know if it was all a skit for attention or not when he lost his mind, but it seemed to appear like in reality, the dude lost his mind and he has just been on a declining path ever since. People don't want to hear him. People don't want to see him. He is a loser, according to the internet. I don't know him, so I can't say that he's a loser, and I don't want to say that he's a loser. If the guy has mental health issues, which it seems like he might, that would explain why he went into such a decline, and that would also explain why he's training at Diamond Gym. Now, you guys know that I love Diamond Gym reaction videos because I get to tell you what I actually think. You guys know damn well that I think the way they train is absolutely ridiculous. Okay? And you know that I think it's almost good for nothing. But my opinion is not the final say. Because if you take a look at Haddy Abdel's channel, this dude, Hadi and Unc and their crew are doing absolutely incredible. They have 391 videos, and they have, at the moment of recording this video, 620,000 subscribers. So they are absolutely doing something right, and I commend them for that. I have spoken to Hadi and I've spoken to Unc multiple times off the camera, on video call, on phone call, and I have to tell you, and I have to be honest with you, no matter how much I don't necessarily like their content, these guys seem to be stand-up people. I've also spoken to Scala, a gentleman who used to be a part of their crew, multiple times off camera. He seems to be a stand-up guy. So no matter how I feel about their training, these guys are cool. According to my opinion. I don't know them personally, but from what I can see, they're cool. And so we do these reactions not to insult them. We do these reactions because you guys ask for these reactions, and I tell you my honest feedback. Whether you agree with me or not, it doesn't matter, okay? So I'm not trying to insult these guys. No matter what I say, they know it's love. They know it's love. So if they know it's love, you guys need to know that it's love, okay? We're going to be hanging out with Hadi. We're going to be hanging out with Unc. And we are going to be hanging out with Fousey. This is going to be a wild video, guys. Now, Fousey dropped off because of his mental health stuff. The fact that we see him on here training with Diamond Gym is absolutely insane. And it shows you how desperate he is for content, unless something has changed. And I actually find it to be very interesting that Hadi and Unc decided to train with Fousey. Because last I checked, correct me if I'm wrong, he's in a decline. He does not have the support that he used to have. So in my opinion, and in my thoughts, Hadi and Unc did him a solid by putting them on their channel. Now, from the thumbnail, based on the thumbnail, Fousey is looking good, which is great. Maybe his mental health has bounced back. Maybe his content has bounced back. And for that, I would be very happy for him. Let's get into it. Let's check out what they got going.
Yo, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Another day here at the infamous, the one and only Diamond Gym. Ramadan's over. Start eating again. I want to start getting stronger. I don't know, man. Maybe in a couple months start going on a cut. Yeah. Get lean for a little bit. I haven't been lean in like 2 years, so we'll see. Nonetheless, very special video coming for you guys. So
I do not blame Hadi for not wanting to be lean for like 2 years. He's thinking about getting back on a cut, and I have thought about getting back on a cut multiple times in the last few years since my last cut. My last cut lasted about 4 years. So you can see why I would specifically not want to get on a cut. I dropped from close to 300 pounds down to 145 pounds solid muscle. And it was hard, guys. It was hard to maintain muscle. It was hard to be alive. I just hated my life. And so I have never considered seriously a cut. Although I've said many times, yeah, I think I might get back on a cut. I've never seriously considered it because the willpower was all taken away during that first cut. It drove me nuts. When you have an audience, however, like what Hadi has, it would totally be in his best interest to get more cut. But I can see why he has not yet. I can absolutely understand it because it takes so much out of you. It destroys your life. You can't sleep. You can't function. And with the amount of training that these guys do in this gym on a daily basis, on a semi-daily basis, and the type of training specifically, do you guys have any idea, even no matter what their sleep is like, no matter what their supplementation is like, do you guys have any idea how hard it would be for him to get through these workouts? That would be crazy. He would absolutely have to be dialed in on supplementation, dialed in on his sleep. But even so, it would still be a nightmare. So I would be very interested in seeing Hadi get cut, ripped. Because, I mean, the guy always looks amazing, even when he's not ripped, even when he's a little fluffy. But having meat on your body, having more fluff, having the carbs in your system, having the water in your system, all that stuff helps you to be able to function better while training. So while I would like to see it on him, I don't really necessarily want to see it on me. What is this whole intro about? I know I've been away for a minute, but what's this whole Jailhouse Collection thing, March 31st? What's this all about, this whole Jailhouse Collection? Let me know in the comments, please.
First of all, sound like let's get past that. Who's is this?
Yeah, bro. He didn't introduce himself
Andrew.
to me either. I was just waiting to see if he would say something. Did you? Did you say hello?
I didn't, bro. My bad. Andrew.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Andrew.
Alright, cool. Yeah, they'll be coming and you decide on my mind.
5 to the hill. Start this off right. Hope nobody got allergies. See y'all in a couple minutes.
Who's Cornell?
That's where I go to school.
No, I know. Who are you?
I just saw this place on YouTube. I was curious.
That's great.
You
All right.
saw this place on
Run with
YouTube?
them outside 5 to the hill, Mr. Cornell.
What's that?
The calculated steps is approximately 50 yards.
So you go to the hill 5 times, up, down, up,
Everybody.
down. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So go.
See y'all later.
Or
Nice
no.
haircut. We get
Ivy League, baby. Ivy League. You know I love it. What are y'all doing?
To the hill.
Let's go, man. We gotta get it straight.
All right, so we got this seemingly random Asian dude over in Diamond Gym, and it is to his misfortune because, from what I can tell, random dude, a day pass guy who saw Diamond Gym on YouTube, thanks to Haddy Abdel and Unc's work, making Diamond Gym more famous than what it ever was, from what I can tell. And so he happens to want to, I guess, go say hi to them, or they call him out or something. And so he ends up getting sent to the hill. Now, Unc likes to start people off with doing burpees or doing the hill, and it seems like in New York it's getting warmer out. Well, they're in New Jersey, but in that general area, it seems like it's getting warmer out. And so I guess they're navigating to the hill, even though cold doesn't really stop them, to be honest. But they send this random dude out to the hill. Now, I want to say this because many of you guys don't know this. Unc and Hadi do not own the gym. They do not control what happens at the gym. Diamond Gym is privately owned by someone else, and Unc and Hadi work out there with their crew, and they're allowed to film in the gym. The reason I'm saying this is because we will see many times, and we've documented this in the past, where random dudes will be in the gym and Unc and or Hadi will interrupt their workout, say, "Who the hell are you? You need to go do some you need to go do some burpees, you need to go do some push-ups, you need to go do the hill," or whatever the case is. This is not because these guys have to do it. They don't have to do anything. They just think that they have to because they don't know who owns the gym, and they think Unc and Hadi own the gym and that they have to do it. And many of them have a good attitude about it. Many of them will go ahead and do whatever is prescribed by Unc and or Hadi. But we did have a guy who worked with Logan Paul who refused to do it. And what happened when he refused to do it? A guy who stood back and said, no, I am not going to be doing anything. I am not going to train. And they actually told him to leave the gym.
So yeah, you got to get rid of the camera, bro.
Yeah, we can do that. Relinquish us. We came to Diamond Gym. What do we expect? What do we expect? You're not doing anything?
I'm gonna ask
Go
you
from outside.
Everybody pays in here, bro. It's just equality. It's nothing else.
Let's go. I'm tired of wasting
Yeah. You're not.
This dude stood up to them and said, no, I'm not doing it. We know that when you enter that gym, because they've said it a million times, you have to pay to be in there. You have to pay. And you pay by doing what we tell you to do in order for you to even be on the grounds of the gym. But again, they weren't going to make Logan pay. Instead, they targeted the cameraman. But one of his crew said, no, I'm not doing it.
Everybody pays in here, bro. It's just equality. It's nothing else.
Hadi said everybody pays in here. It's about equality, nothing else. Now, we know that we didn't see equality that day because of the way they allowed Logan to train and the way they worked everybody else who's ever trained at Diamond Gym previously. We know that equality wasn't there that day. So they wanted equality only for the cameramen, Logan's crew, not for Logan. Now look at this guy's face. I think his name is Mohawk, I believe. Look at his face. He was done before he even walked into that gym. And I think the reason why he was done with this is because he thinks it's stupid. And is he wrong to think it's stupid? Absolutely not. Of course it's stupid. You need to pay to be in a public space. You're over here working with a guy who's involved with them. Technically, Mohawk, or whatever his name is not involved with them. This is between Logan and them. But yet they're saying, cameraman and Mohawk, you guys need to go do work because Logan doesn't need to. He sees the stupidity. His face says it all. He wasn't having it. And that goes back to the conversation they had in the car on the way to the gym. Don't get suckered into this stupid, asinine stuff. Don't get suckered in. This is dumb. You know the way they train is dumb. You're just doing this because you want to sell your prime energy drink through them. But that doesn't mean you need to succumb to the stupidity. That's what I think his face was saying. And that's what I think that conversation was on the way to the gym that day. You guys let me know what you think. Now you can see at one point, Unc starts to say something likely along the lines of, well, then you need to stand outside. You can't be in the gym. But we see Mohawk walking around inside that gym. They didn't kick him out. Stood his ground. He stayed there. He wasn't having that. This young man was more of a grown man than anybody else who's ever walked into Diamond Gym. This young man was not being bullied like all the other grown men that we've seen bullied when they walk into Diamond Gym. Nope, he was not having it. And even like a good, I would say 10 or 15 minutes later, after Mohawk said, I am not training in that gym, they were still talking about it. They could not believe the defiance.
Huh? I don't like Mohawk. Mohawk gonna do something. He should send his ass to the hill. I really don't give a.
Hadi says, what's up with that kid? And Logan's like, who, Mohawk? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's up with him. I don't know. I really don't know. He knows. He knows damn well what it is. He don't want to deal with the stupidity. See, the thing is that these guys, the TTD crew, Hadi and Unc, right? They're not used to people telling them no. They're not used to it. I had somebody in the comments the other day say to me, we need someone to go into that gym and just tell them no. And I agreed because I don't get it. I don't know why people listen. It doesn't make sense. They don't own the gym. No one has to listen in there. You have so many of their viewers who are like diehard fans of TTD going like, oh yeah, these people, you know, they're amazing. They're so tough. This is like the army. Dude, this is a public gym, bro. It's a gym. You ain't fighting a battle in there. It's a gym. You walk in and you walk out. Okay? This ain't like being in the army. This ain't the army, dude. Don't compare this place to the army. This is not boot camp. This is not the same thing. The training isn't even proper. It's nowhere near the same thing. So these dudes are just simply not used to people telling them no. They just get away with what they can get away with by pressuring and, according to the subscribers who've left comments, bullying people into doing what they can get away with having them do. Well, this gentleman obviously knew that he doesn't have to listen. What's going to happen to him if he doesn't listen? Nothing's going to happen. You know, despite how scary Unc looks, and Hadi don't look too scary on purpose. I'm sure if he wanted to look scary, he could look very scary. But despite how scary Unc might look, or the intimidation by Hadi and the group, this dude refused to train. He was part of Logan Paul's group. And any single person who goes there and refuses to train, nothing's going to happen to them. They're not going to get kicked out. They are paying people who go to this gym. These guys, Unc and Hadi, they do not own the gym. And therefore, you can do whatever you want when you go to this gym. You have a right to just say no. So while this random Asian dude didn't know that clearly, or maybe he just didn't care and wanted to go ahead and just listen, he doesn't have to listen. And so I just want to clarify that, because again, many people think that Unc and Hadi own the gym, they run the domain, every single thing that they says has to go. It ain't true. So if this dude wanted to get back with his normal routine, paying to be at a gym, he could absolutely do so. It wouldn't be a problem. So I just wanted to point that out. Off the subject, I'm thinking about maybe keeping the mic here. Let's see how this goes for the rest of the video. You guys let me know what you think about it.
So go.
Oh. See y'all later. Nice haircut. We good. Let's go, man. You gotta get in shape. Shout out to K Supplements for the pre-workout. The ingredient profile is amazing. The taste is delicious. Me and my nephew Hadi love it. For 20% off, only us. Use code Unc, code Hadi. Thank you.
All right, so first of all, you can see just how, I don't know how I feel about this mic. You can see just how nasty Unc is with this dude with the nice haircut reference.
Nice haircut.
Ivy League, baby, Ivy League.
Why you gotta be so nasty, Unc? Why? Yo, this guy is otherworldly, let me tell you. This guy is just too much. Hadi's the nice guy most of the time, and he was nice here. Ivy League, I love it. There was that time in the past where they were goofing on these guys for their clothes, their belt, their shoes, and whatever. And they made these random dudes train in the gym, just like they're making this random dude train. But, you know, it's just hilarious. Now, these guys, we've spoken in the past, they're promoting Caged supplements. Very good brand from what I can tell. I've never used Caged supplements, but I did go into detail on a video of their supplement profile, and Unc ain't lying. They got a great supplement profile. So if you want to support Hadi and Unc, and you want a solid workout, pre-workout, go ahead and purchase Caged. I don't think you'll be going wrong when it comes to that.
Assalamu alaikum.
I don't know if I told y'all yet. Fousey's in the building with us today. But f the introductions, we're gonna get to that. Just so you're aware, so nobody says you didn't know nothing. No getting on your knees throughout the entire workout. No water. Once we start, no more water. No closing your eyes. No unnecessary conversations. No stopping your count short on any of your sets. If you stop short, you gotta pay extra. No jewelry. And just make it through, survive. That's all. I think that's pretty much it.
AJ, start them off. Everybody 100 burpees, double time. Big one.
Down. 1, down. 2, down. 9, down.
All right, so we can see here that Unc is actually doing the burpees. He is doing the burpees quite slowly. We typically, again, it's been 3 weeks since I visited their channel at least, and typically Unc don't do what he prescribes in terms of like the hill, in terms of the burpees and all that stuff. You'll also note that he has other people, and they've been having other people kind of run the show. It was mentioned in a past video that I think it was a Big Boy episode, maybe, when he was training with Big Boy. We covered that one. Either way, they mentioned that they're not going to be able to do this forever because the training is, in fact, getting to them. It is very difficult for them to be able to do this so often. Hadi has been funding this out of his own pocket from the work that he's been doing through supplement deals and through his Young LA sponsorship and all that stuff. So lots of time, lots of effort, lots of money, but also lots of wear and tear on their body. I said it in the last video, I believe it was, when I did a reaction to the Julian Fitzgerald video, that they are not going to be able to do this forever. This type of training is not sustainable. Now, they've told me in the past on the phone that they don't train like this every single day. And that's good for their bodies, for their joints, for their muscles, because the way they train in here is not hypertrophy training. It's basically just motivating, right? At the end of the day, that's what it is. So they're breaking their bodies down to a point where it's no longer advantageous to do so in these videos, and their bodies are not going to be able to heal properly over the next coming years. I think they've been doing this venture with the Diamond Gym TTD stuff for the last 3 years, if I remember correctly. But these dudes aren't going to be able to do this forever. So you're going to see either a lot of turnover in people. You're going to see the workouts changing. You're going to see more easier days than harder days. These are the things to come. Or you're going to see, as you guys know, Unc doesn't always do the crazy training that the guys do. And because of that, we might eventually see Hadi do the same, right? Unc and Hadi might take a back seat while they tell the younger guys to go do more of what they want done so they can kind of rest and take it easy.
When me and Unc get too old, y'all gonna take the throne. So I need to make sure we leave it in good hands. Me and Unc right about that age now where we, starting to feel it a little bit.
Yo, let's go!
I mentioned it earlier. They are getting older. Their bodies are breaking down. What did I say? We're not going to see too much longer. I called it before I saw it. We're not going to be able to see them do this much longer. We're going to see more rest breaks for them, more younger people do more of the work, and they're going to be the drill sergeants. So nothing wrong with that. If that's what everybody wants to do, it is what it is. But remember, this takes work. Mentally, physically, financially, emotionally. This is work. It really is. You're putting your body through a lot, especially when you're using improper form, improper weight, and all that other stuff. And so it's interesting. I noted in advance in a previous video, before they ever said that they're not going to be able to do this forever. It takes a toll on them because despite the fact that they're not training for any like real purpose other than like their mentality, according to them, they literally say this in their description box of these videos. Despite that, they are training hard. This does take a lot out of them. And these dudes ain't necessarily so young. Maybe Hadi is, but they're going to try to get other people to take over a lot of the work so they can do less work. It makes sense, right? It makes sense. So we see other people training, running the show at the moment, which is totally cool, but I just thought it would be interesting to bring it out. And again, I do find it interesting that Unc is actually doing what he prescribed. Again, doing it very slowly. I have noted in the past where we've counted the reps where they'll say you need to do 40 of this, and there was no jump cuts, and I count. And you guys have noted too in the comments that they don't always do the full 40. I remember when Big Boy was doing his burpees, was it that he was supposed to do like 40 and he ended up doing like 25 or something like that, and then he just kept it moving. Nobody caught on to that. So I find it interesting that Unc is actually doing this. The last time I saw him do it was for the first time I saw him doing it ever with the group was when he was training with Big Boy. Maybe he carried that over. I don't know. And you also have to keep in mind too, Unc could be very tired. Unc is a firefighter, okay? The guy, I'm assuming, being a firefighter, works very, very hard, okay? And he's got work ethic. He knows what work is about. So maybe he's doing the burpees because he's tired from fighting fires all day or doing whatever he does. Maybe he trained in advance of this. You know what I mean? It's very likely that maybe he trained in advance. Maybe he did legs, whereas today they're going to do upper body. So maybe the day before or earlier today, he's already trained. And so it could possibly be that he's just tired. I find it interesting that he's actually doing it. And I also find it interesting that he's doing it so slowly. But, you know, it is what it is.
52 down. 98 down. 99 down. 100 down.
Take that camera.
Appreciate you, dog.
Alexis, take Alexis. Get the f out. 35 burpees, double song. Algernon, take those gentlemen to the leg room, please. Introduce them to the leg press. I want 2 plates on each side, 200 reps. If they die, kick the casket. Whoa.
So we can see that Unc is, in fact, despite what we saw earlier, still in charge. Now, notice, you guys know I have to mention this. Notice the the range of motion that Unc has on this tricep movement that he's doing, and notice the grips they're using. I find it really weird, and we noticed this back when they were working with Big Boy. They started using this like a double-handed grip instead of using a rope. I'm assuming that's because they want like some kind of a range of motion, and maybe they don't have ropes or care to get ropes, but it's not going to give you the range of motion, the best range of motion when you're working your tricep. It's going to be limiting you because your grip is going to be so crap that you're not going to be able to get that best range. Not that they're trying to do great range. You can see Unc here doing the baby reps like he normally does. Of course, this is the warm-up or whatever, but this is also how they do their actual training when they start training. So, you know, I just wanted to mention it because, again, I get people asking me, is what they're doing good? And so range of motion sucks, as always, but they don't try to get good range of motion. They tell you this. And the way they're using the handles, it ain't the best. They could be getting way better range of motion and a way more comfortable range of motion by using something like a rope or probably almost any other attachment that can be used for triceps.
Take it 50. Let it go. Yo. Nice watch. Yo, go with your man. Y'all about the same height. Do not stop the set. Do not stop the continuation. Perfect. Good.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Wake up, we back now. Keep your eyes open, keep your eyes open, keep your eyes open. It's gonna be a long night. About to have some fun. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Don't even think about it, Fousey. Don't even think about it, I know.
Now, if I remember correctly, Fousey was one of the first people that I am aware of to have gotten something called SMP, scalp micropigmentation. You can see the hair on his head. If I remember correctly, it was Fousey. That's not hair, that's a tattoo. And it looks like over the years of him having it, it looks way better than what it used to look like. Although he does have a very sharp edge up where that widow's peak is. He didn't get it done by the greatest artist, but it does seem to have softened, which I'm very happy about, because walking around with a weird tattoo on your head that's supposed to look like hair, that everybody knows is not hair, it ain't the coolest look.
Just ruined my life. I knew exactly what she did. She created her own lines, her own design. Like, she changed the shape of my head, the shape of my hairline. She contoured everything. And when I first got it done, it was pitch black. It looked like somebody just painted on my head. Anyways, I've embraced it, but so check it out. From this angle, you would just be like, well, it looks dark, right? So what she tried to pass off was actually it looking like hair, but look how dark it is, y'all. Like, that's what it felt like when I looked in the mirror and saw this, because if you guys see what she did, I have a straight perpendicular, I think it is, hairline. Naturally, that's like this. She went and gave me a curve here, and the worst part about it is she left the point here, came all the way down to here. Now, she did that on both sides, and the worst part about it, if I get really close and try to focus, you will see where she put dots.
But it does seem like it mimics a shaved head pretty well, especially in this lighting. When you have SMP, scalp micropigmentation, the lighting makes a huge difference. The fact that they're in such a bright room here shows you how dark his SMP actually is. Because when SMP is done quote unquote correctly, in lighter environments, you're not really seeing the SMP because it disappears. Just like if you had a normal shaved head, it'll disappear. So I just thought it was interesting, a little bit of info in case you guys didn't know.
About it. Eyes open. Go. Go. Keep banging. Keep banging. Go. Today we're going to beat your mind, Foos. It's not going to win today. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 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 Yeah. We're here now. Switch it right away. No time to breathe. No time to think. No time to talk. Just go. Good. There you go. Good. Come on. Come on. Hammer through him. Hammer through him. Go. Go. Don't you die, set one.
All right, so it would appear, and by the way, guys, if you hear banging in the background, that's because we have some more construction going on. So forgive me on that. But we see they swapped grips. So now I think I get why they're using the handles, because they want to focus on different grips. And yes, absolutely, if you change the grip position from like pronated to supinated, you will definitely be using different muscles in order to get that weight down, and it will be harder. We noticed that Fousey was kind of holding the handles at one point, similar to how he would hold a rope. That's because holding the handles is uncomfortable with the way the angle of the strap is. It's pulling in a certain direction. And so giving him a rope, while not really allowing him to change the direction too much, too great on how he's pulling, it would allow for a more comfortable grip. But I see the purpose now, I believe, because they want to change the grips. That I get it. That makes sense if you're trying to focus on something else and just tire out every facet of your being. So that totally makes sense.
That's sweat, baby. Real sweat, not no fucking artificial sweat. Oh, you close your eyes. You bum. Wow, looky. Got the most followers out of the young LA. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? He didn't explain the rules. If an eye closed, it's 20 extra push-ups. A stop is 20 extra push-ups. So right now he has one eye closed.
I got no eyes closed.
Yo, look at Unc, man. Unc is crazy, and look at Hadi's face over here. Oh man, it is hilarious. These dudes are absolutely nuts. You got Fousey saying, my eyes weren't closed, and Unc is like, I don't even know what's about to come out of Unc's mouth. You guys, and then you got this other dude on the left of Unc holding in a smile. Yo, it is too funny. You can't make these dudes up. They are hilarious. What Unc said about not explaining the rules is something that I've said in the past. I've also said they should put the rules on a big like piece of paper or on like some kind of a poster for when you walk in so you can know the rules. Because what happens a lot of the time is these dudes will come in and train with the Diamond Gym crew. They don't know the rules because they don't explain the rules, and then they broke like 5 rules and they didn't even know they were breaking the rules, and then they get penalized for breaking the rules. So that's wild to me. Like, you need to explain the rules properly in the beginning, number 1. Or number 2, just have people read the rules, like put it on a poster or something. Unless, of course, that's part of the fun, right? You break 10 rules and then all of a sudden you got to pay the tax on having broke the rules. Yeah, I can see how that might be fun and interesting and keeps things engaging. I mean, look at these faces over here. Look at their faces. It is hilarious. Fousey is not going to have an easy day, and they are not even through the warm-up yet, from what I can tell. Oh, man, this is wild, especially since one of the rules is no talking back. That's one of the rules that they've said many times, no talking back, and Fousey spoke back. It would not surprise me if Unc gave him a tax because he spoke back.
Go, fight.
I saw eye close. Then you're right. Thank you.
Don't let up, it's just the beginning. Get used to that feeling. Get used to that feeling.
100, come on.
Get used to that feeling. Get used to it.
All right, I know you guys are going to want to kill me for pausing so much. Many of you guys say, hey, let the video play longer. Guys, you're here for my reaction. And so if I let the video play longer without commenting on something, I'm going to forget what I wanted to comment about. I wanted to say good on Fousey for being humble enough to say, if Unc, you said it, then you're right. Now, whether Unc was right or wrong, which I believe Unc was actually right, it's good on Fousey for having that humility. In the past, we've seen Fousey not have humility, and it's gotten him into a lot of trouble.
Shake your head, say what you want to say. Don't go home and play mad. Oh, I wish I cussed him out. I wish I socked him in the face. You suck. I'm telling you that to your face, Bob. Okay. You have nothing to say? You don't want to defend your argument?
I have nothing to say to you other than I can't believe
how
disrespectful you've been to me.
That's your problem to go home and grow some balls. You don't have any yet.
Are you, excuse me?
You heard me.
I did. Are you gonna, like, what the fuck are you saying? Like,
You get out of my house.
It's,
What? Yeah, because you ain't worth shit. Okay. Go work at Chuck E. Cheese. Come here.
At least, you know, from what we can tell, because it's very hard when Fousey is on the camera to know whether he's being himself or if he's being his character, the character he plays for views and clout and things of that nature and for entertainment. So the fact that he had the humility and he's been acting very normal since I've seen him, it makes me feel like maybe he's not playing a character today, or maybe he just, in fact, has been able to hone in on who he is again and fix those mental health problems. So really, really good stuff.
Go! Just keep going. Give me what you got now. Give me some extension. Give me some extension on it.
I don't know if I like that.
Come on, 10.
Fuck you, that cameraman.
Go! Finish. Good.
Aren't you
done?
sober?
200. You good? Done. You got 30. You got 35 plus your 20 for the eye close. 55 on the board right there behind Alexis.
All right, so you can notice right here that his hair, I know it's random, but I mean, I think it's interesting. His hair is very, very dark, and it's got like a weird shape to it. That is because, again, that is not hair, that is a tattoo. And while it has faded over the years, which is excellent for him, it still looks a little funny. It looks a little weird, and you can kind of tell that something is off. Very interesting stuff.
Yo, don't stop your burpees. Keep going.
We gotta fight! No, we're a team. We gotta wait.
What? We gotta wait.
Yeah, we gonna wait for the dead man. Ooh! Old timer. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Show up in your generation.
Now, we have had people throw up in the past or claim to have thrown up in the past, because I don't think I've ever actually seen people physically throwing up like this. Remember, Fousey is an actor above all things. things. He is an actor. He is an entertainer. And therefore, although this looks very real, which it might be real, it does make me wonder, is he just acting? Is he just entertaining? It very well might be that he is not, because notice he's sweating like crazy. They do not allow you to drink water during the workout, which I've said in the past is very, very dangerous and not a good idea. But that's their part of their rules. That's one of their rules. You're supposed to have the liquids in advance of coming in. I get it, all right? But he looks like he's really chucking up some stuff right now. He's wearing a sweater. He's hot. He's sweating like crazy, and his body is under a lot of stress. And likely, he's never put himself through this much of a workout or stress, probably close to ever. I know in the past, Fousey, if I remember correctly, I believe he was open about steroid use, and he always, from what I can remember, loved exercising and training. At one point, he had a great physique, and he probably still does. Remember the thumbnail? It looked like he had an excellent physique in that thumbnail. So his physique is being hidden right now by this pullover, this hoodie, this sweater that he has on. But despite the fact that his physique was and probably is still very good, despite the fact that he's trained in the past, despite the fact that he's, I believe, if I recall correctly, abused steroids in the past, he is still going through a nightmare here. Unless, of course, this is just for show and he's forcing himself to throw up. I hate to say that he is or is not being honest here. It's just based on his previous content. It makes me wonder, is he in fact being honest? Is he in fact being genuine? So far, I feel like he is being genuine, because this has happened in the past to some people. So let's see where it goes from here.
I'm over here talking.
Good. Take a deep breath. You good?
I love you, Foos. Bring it in. Got a little Burger King right there. Wipe that off. All right, bring it in. Love you.
35.
You.
You gonna be. Let it out. Let it. You good? Let it out. Let it out. He like that. He letting the back out. You gonna be all right?
Oh, Mr. Party Foos. I smoke CMOS. Yeah. Oh, now you're gonna be extra close, yo. Yo, Brennan is a petty Betty, bro.
All right. So notice the range of motion that Unc here has on his extensions. It was like the same range of motion that Fousey had earlier when they were telling him you need to give more range on your extensions. So I'm glad to see not everything has changed since I've been gone for 3 weeks. We still have Unc and Hadi telling people to do stuff that they do, or telling people to not do stuff that they don't do, that they do. Am I getting that right? They do things and then they tell other people not to do those things. So I'm glad not all that much has changed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
200.
Oh. Whoa. Oh. Go. Yeah, no, wake up. Wake up. You here now. Go.
We've also seen Unc in the past say things like, silence is golden in this gym.
In this gym, there's power in silence.
Telling people they're not allowed to scream, they're not allowed to do this, they're not allowed to do that.
That's what we want first, last, and only warning.
And of course, they're over here screaming and yelling. Again, not much has changed, which is, it's comforting to know that not much has changed.
Go. You knew the shoe wasn't gonna be easy. You knew it wasn't gonna be a walk in the park. Come on, you're here now. Act like it. I said, come on, let's go. Come on, keep working. We can do better now. Let's go. Keep going. Let's go. Foos, come on. Foos, come on, baby. No. Don't shake your head, no. Come on, work. Did he flip it already or no?
He flipped.
Where he at? What's his number? 40. Get your weight over it so you can press down. Don't shake your head, no. Go. Yeah, there it is. Go, more than that. A little bit more than that. A little bit more than that. Yeah, yeah, give me the fight. Give me the fight. You know about this already. Go, go, go. I don't care. Spit, yell, scream, I don't care. Go.
Don't put you off, bro. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on, that's your team in here with you. Your team in here with you. They want you to win. Go.
We had a conversation at the expo, and the conversation is sometimes we get where we're at, and we forget to keep going after that. So now this is a testament to see if you still want to keep going up higher and extend the ladder, not descend. You got all the followers in the world, got all the grip in the world, got all the money in the world. Now you got to come back to reality and start all over again. Open your eyes and work.
Go.
I actually appreciate what Unc said. You've had all the followers in the world, you've had all the money in the world, you've had this and that. Fousey has climbed the ladder, and again, we know he's taken steps down the ladder. Where he's at now on that ladder, I don't know. But I do appreciate that Unc is saying that sometimes you need to reset. Sometimes you need to start from ground zero. You need to get back to reality and realize that hard work is necessary. Because once you get to the top, sure, hard work is still required to continue on, but at the very same time, you've already made it to the top, so you can coast a bit. Unc comes out with I call him Buddha Unc. If you watch the channel, you know I refer to Unc as Buddha Unc. The dude has these moments in time where he be spitting this knowledge and wisdom, and sometimes that knowledge and wisdom hits, you know what I mean? Sometimes it makes sense. A lot of the time, I gotta be honest, it doesn't, but that's just my opinion, you know what I mean? Unc is a very interesting character. He's very complex. And I know that we see one side to him on here, but he does shine the light on the other side once in a while, like when the Buddha Unc comes out or he starts talking about his past and things of that nature. You get to see these other facets of Unc. He's a very unique character, and I find him to be very interesting. And no doubt, he is one of the reasons, one of the huge reasons why all these guys have gotten so, why these guys from Diamond Gym have gotten so popular. It is no doubt because of Unc. Unc is a tough dude. Let me tell you, he loves the camera though, and there's nothing wrong with it. He's doing his thing. He loves that camera though. He loves the attention, and he pulls the getting of attention off very, very well. I have to say, he's a very interesting guy. I mean, the last conversation we had was probably about an hour and a half. He was in his car picking up his daughter from school. And I have to say, he is a likable guy. He really is. You might hate him during these videos. You might hate his guts, but the dude's got stuff to him that you don't see all the time. And so I have to say, I like Unc. I like all these guys. I really do. They're good guys from what I can tell.
Where's he at? What's his number?
I don't know. I'm not an accountant.
Let's go. Finish. Give me more on the left. More on the left.
10 more.
Go.
9, 8, 7. Come on, folks.
Go.
5.
Hey. I know.
Go down. Come on.
Please. 35 down. To the board right away. The biggest mistake we're gonna make is getting too comfortable. Kicking our feet up, taking a victory lap. I don't want to be comfortable. Go. Everybody, let's go. We're not going to make that mistake. Work.
Close quarters.
And as we can see, we got Hadi over here spitting wisdom of his own, taking advantage of that camera being on him. Of course he should. Spitting some wisdom that really, really hit with me, and it vibed with me. And it actually takes it back to the beginning of the video. You remember when I said I don't want to go on another cut because it's just so uncomfortable? He just said, and it's probably one of the reasons why he hasn't been on a cut in a minute. He just said, you don't want to get too comfortable. You need to put the effort forward. And you know what? He is absolutely right. When you want to achieve great things, when you have a goal, depending on what that goal is, you need to put yourself damn near all the time into an extremely uncomfortable position. So the work ethic needs to be there, and that's what he's promoting. And I find that wisdom and knowledge that he just spoke to be very, very valuable, because if you want great things, You need to put that work in. 99.999% of the time. Some people, they get away with no work and they do very well. For most people, it ain't like that. So the fact that he brought that up, he's speaking the truth. And so this wisdom right here, I think it's very, very valuable.
Close quarters. Yeah, Brennan, like that. Sort of. What's up, Brennan?
You give me too much. Y'all give me too much. Y'all give me too much. Y'all give me too much.
Close quarters. I like it. Pendejo. Extension. We're gonna stretch out the triceps, get some blood, some more blood in the triceps. Full extension all the way out, all the way in. So I want you to come here, let Pop go ahead, and Foos go after you. Well, Math, Pop, somebody go on the other side. 50, slow it down. Better not. Better not. Come on. Yeah. I need better form. This is all power.
All right, so notice the way Fousey is doing these reps. Again, this is on purpose, right? They always say they don't care about full extension, although Unc just mentioned do full extension. You got to know, and he's got to know, it's impossible on a weight stack like that to do a full extension with proper form. So you can see Fousey is hanging over that rope, hanging over that cable, putting his weight on it so we can try to bring it down to something that resembles what they call full extension, which of course it's not, but he's doing his very best. I want you guys to know, for those of you out there who aren't well versed in training, when you're doing something like this, proper form is very important. He's cheating the weight down right now because he physically can't use proper form, and the weight itself in general is way, way too heavy. So you want to lighten that weight. You want to have proper form. You want to have full extension. And if you do those things, those reps are going to be just as hard as what he's doing here, except the difference is that you're going to be gaining something out of it when it comes to actual training, whether it be strength training, hypertrophy, or whatever. With this here, he's basically just hurting himself, getting tired, and that's what they want. So keep that in mind. When you see these guys, quote unquote, train, they ain't training for the normal reasons why people normally train. They're training for entertainment and to push yourself to a limit that you would normally not be pushing yourself at in a normal, unlike a normal day.
Work! Work!
I don't know, man. It's out. 50? You got any eyeballs, any stops? He stopped it when he switched it, right? He put it down in between. 55, Foos.
Wherever the I thought this was gonna be, not even
So you in the dirty section, but don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about nothing what you look like.
Excuse me, you gotta stop so I can get through. Well, that's another stop. Excuse me, you gotta stop so I can get through. Well, that's another stop. Add 20 onto that.
Yo, Unc is nasty, bro, but it shows it shows you, again, another side to Unc, right? In the past, we've seen him be real hard, real angry, real this and real that, and he has that side to him, but you can see he's also playing around and joking around. While what he just said, add another 20 more to that, he's totally serious, which is crazy. And it sucks for this poor guy. That's actually their manager last I checked. I don't recall his name at this very moment, but now this dude has to do another 20 on top of it. So the whole idea is to like push yourself mentally to the breaking point as much as humanly possible, which I have to say, I think they achieve.
What was that?
25 and greatness.
Huh?
25 and greatness, stand up.
What? It was what?
I was 20 and 20.
I thought I did 25.
I was 20.
Cool, fine. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do double up on the
Thank you,
push-up.
sir.
Dios mío.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, huh?
Yo, I had nothing to do with it.
He ain't mean it.
I don't got none of that. I don't know none of them. I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
What? 25 and 25? Yeah, I know he on bull.
I'm nervous. I ain't gonna lie. Shit.
Alright?
Yeah. Yeah.
12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 24, 25. Fill it. 8 taxes.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
I need you to give me more extension, Fousey. I need it. Come on. I know it hurts, but... Go! Go! Man, fight, bro! Fight! 35, one stop. 55, down on the board now. Let's go.
Yo, end is in. If you come in this room, we working out, nephew. No, listen. Yo, that's not discouraging you. That's not telling you to leave and be scared. We'll let you know. If you in here, you want to make yourself better, jump in, bro. Only way to learn how to swim is jump in the water.
Go. Yeah.
So you got Unc over here looking like the unit that we know he is. It was wild to see him standing next to Big Boy, because I think that's like the one guy, if I recall correctly, who is bigger than Unc. Unc actually looked small, if I recall correctly, when he was standing next to Big Boy in this place. But Unc is gigantic, and most of the time he's the biggest guy in the room. I've noticed, I believe, I can't see his face because of the beard, so it's very hard to tell, but it does believe, based on his waist and based on the way he looks, of course, keep in mind he's got a hood, a sweater on, so he's got more bulk to him. It looks like he's gotten bigger since the last time I saw him, like a month ago, and it looks like he's also cut weight. Now, sometimes when you cut weight, you actually do look bigger, but that's typically when you have your shirt off. You will look better, or in like a tank top. Wearing a hoodie, you would typically look smaller if you lost weight and you had a hoodie on. So I believe, I guess we'll find out later if Unc takes his hoodie off, which normally they do by the end, if whether or not Unc got bigger. Possibly he gained weight, physical fat, and not muscle, but his waistline is looking thinner. Could be the hoodie, the sweater, but I do believe Unc's been putting in that work to diet and grow. I do believe he has.
30.
Yep. All right. Okay. 50.
All right. Look at Hadi's face over here. This dude is like, what the hell are you doing, bro? And how are you doing it? And why are you doing it to us? Because since Unc's got the plate on there and Unc's doing all these reps, that means they're going to have to do it with the plate and all these reps too, unless they make some kind of a deal and it's less weight. So Hadi's looking at this guy like, what the hell are you doing and why are you doing it to us, bro? You're putting us through hell. And yes, he will be putting them through hell. Also notice though, I've mentioned it in the past, where cable machines, they give you a lot of leverage. So while I'm not saying what they're doing is easy by any means, having it be done on a cable machine makes it a lot easier. We've seen Unc dance around with like one arm pulling weight on a cable machine. That's not because he's necessarily superhuman. That's because it gives you the leverage to move weight very easy. He's standing far away from the bar, so the leverage, he has more leverage because there's more line, and you can see him hopping up and down with that weight, going real fast, real easy, real smooth. That's because of the dynamics of the cable machine itself. So it makes what he's doing way easier. Not that what he's doing is easy. I'm not saying that, but it makes it way easier. So you might be wondering, how's he hopping around, moving that weight so easy? It's because it's on a cable machine. So also while Hadi's looking at him like, what the heck are you doing, bro? What are you, nuts? It also does make it easier that it's on a cable machine. So it's totally doable because once you pull that slack out, you're rolling the weight on a wheel. The weight is on a wheel, so the wheel is moving the weight. And you don't have all that weight on you necessarily. So I just wanted to point that out.
Oh. Yeah.
You run crazy now.
Yo, hold on. I gotta have a group meeting. I don't need, no, close. I don't need, the camera, y'all good?
That was 40.
No, I'm glad to count. It was 50.
I counted. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Math, what was it?
Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Math can't count. I can count.
Name is math.
40? It was 40? Bro, go ahead. What was the number?
What's up with you?
What was the number?
How you gonna say a number if you ain't really counted?
I thought it was 50.
You thought?
Because we count.
All right, say no more.
Now, it's the fact that when it gets a little heavy, Mr. Calculus, who really wanted to play soccer, gets upset.
No, bro. It's just I'm honorable. No! I give honorable money. My money honorable, bro. I pay my tax in full.
I don't give a
Yo, how you just cut in front of me in line? He counted wrong and he cut in front of me.
Because he talking.
Who's counting his money? He can't count. You already know.
Oh!
Who's counting his money? He can't count. You already know. Oh!
That's 34. 34.
Get the
34,
all right.
That's that 34.
Yeah. All of a sudden y'all can count, huh? Why y'all don't count the same way where I'm going?
I had it, no, it's right here.
All right, now all y'all get back to work.
55 with a stop.
Yes, sir.
Nah, hoodie on, till it's done. Nah, you overheated. That, till it's done.
Yo, that's a hustle break if I ever seen one.
Come on, man, 55.
That's a hustle break if I ever seen one.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
85.
That's 20, that's 85.
That's right.
Oh, that's a what the rock?
It just occurred to me. These guys are endorsed by Prime Energy, and a lot of the fans, including myself, didn't like the fact that they got endorsed by Prime Energy. While I'm happy that they got recognized and endorsed by such a large company with a powerful owner, I just think the product itself is garbage, and I do believe that its owner is not that great of a guy. I don't know too much about him. From what I do know, I don't necessarily like Logan Paul. So what I'm trying to figure out is, I'm assuming at the end, because in the beginning they go ahead and they rep their Caged brand. I'm assuming at the end they will rep Prime. One of their rules is don't drink during your workouts. Doesn't it make more sense that if they wanted to like rep the Prime brand without making it look like an infomercial to get more natural engagement, that they would implement drinking it throughout the video or have it like sitting down on the side or something like that in view? Doesn't it make more sense? Because I don't think they're going to get a lot of engagement and a lot of support by buying Prime based on their just recommendation at the end of a video. I think they need to make it more natural. And I think drinking it throughout the workout or having it sitting around throughout the video would make a lot more sense. What do you guys think?
That's a stop. I was switching the grip. What the f are you talking about? No.
I know how to swim.
Oh, I'm
Go ahead, bud.
Hey, jumping, bro.
Yeah, man.
You bugging out. You bugging out. You bugging out.
Watch the pin, watch the pin. Hold on. Hold on. All right, bro. Let's see what this means. Ah!
What the fuck? I can't.
Get it.
No work. Okay.
Hold it. Use your weight.
Okay. I love that.
Go, Foos!
Come on, let's work. Love that push.
Use your weight. I want to use the word I can't, but God, down.
You know.
I want to grab one.
Come on, come on. What happened to you, dog? What happened to you?
Go. I know it's heavy. So is life. Go, wake the f up. Go, go, go.
You can see that Fousey is not playing a role here. He's genuinely having a really, really hard time moving this weight. You can see his back foot moving around, like trying to figure out what to do. He's not doing it on purpose, but his foot is moving, trying to figure out what to do. What's the best place that I can place myself? His foot is saying this. What's the best place that I can place myself in order to allow me to be stable and move my body forward enough to put weight in front of me to help bring the weight down? This is not fake. This is real. He's struggling hard, and you can see he really doesn't even know what to do at this point. Now, Hadi says, this is hard, but so is life. Yeah, it is. Life is hard. And so the idea, the mindset behind what these guys do is to be like, hey, we're going to help you prepare for life and do better in life. But you also got to keep in mind, hurting yourself ain't going to help you with life. Doing this could we already had a video talking about this. Will Tennyson, not long after visiting this gym, ended up hurting his back majorly, going through rehabilitation, trying to fix himself and all that other stuff. I speculated that it was likely due to what happened when he was training with Diamond Jim. We all know Will's back or legs or something gave out. Now, while Unc thought that's not because of the weight, that's because you gave up, I have to say it could also likely be because of the weight. I mean, unless Will was just looking for reactions, we got to go by if he's being genuine. And the guy looked like he got hurt. So now he's hurt. And many people have got hurt in this gym in the past. And so Hadi saying life is tough, you need to be tough, that totally makes sense. But if you hurt yourself, you are no good to yourself, your family, your job, your lifestyle, your income, every single thing suffers. I don't know if you guys have ever been hurt before, but everything stops. Everything, all your goals, all your money, all your everything stops when you are injured. So that will only make life heavier if you get hurt. Okay? So I'm saying this for you guys in case you don't realize that this is not how you get tougher. This is how you get hurt. Okay? Spiel over.
Stop.
Stop.
Have to stop.
Come on. Come on, stay with it. Stay with it.
Fools, give me something. I don't like that. Yo, come on, stop that exercise. I'm saying stop. Where you at?
Second set.
I didn't ask you that. I'm not talking to him. No disrespect. Talk to me. Where you at?
Second set, the refs.
Okay, so how you gonna fix it? What do you think I should do in this situation?
Like what I would,
Yeah.
it might be a wrong answer. I would say lighter weight.
Okay, that's the wrong answer.
All right, so Fousey was humble again, and he was asked, what do you think I should do in this scenario? He said lighter weight. That is absolutely the right thing to do. If you want to use lighter weight and still make it unbelievably hard, you have proper form and you do a high rep range. You're going to get the same fatigue, but you're going to be able to complete more, and you're going to be able to do it safer. It absolutely was the right answer. Unc's saying it's the wrong answer, of course, because it's Unc. But it is the right answer. So we can see Fousey has a good point here. Better form, lighter weight, more reps, and take it beyond failure as much as humanly possible. Makes sense.
Put the pin at the bottom. Give me everything you got for 5 reps. Go. I don't give a about nothing that you said. My house, my rules. If I do it, shoot it. Come on. Good. Come on. Come on. 5, control it, don't let it fall. Up. Switch grips. Come on. Now work. Down.
Go!
Yeah.
Go! Man, fight!
One more. Slow. Push-ups. You gotta compensate on the push-ups. I need 105 push-ups. Don't ask me why you do it. Yo, why y'all smile? What the f is so funny?
Pop playing.
Nah, it's cool. Both y'all the f out. 25 burpees double time. One of the youngins step up who's serious. Go.
Bang him.
Good. The pain is okay, just deal with it. The pain is okay, just deal with it. Keep going. Don't lighten up because it hurt. Give it more because it hurt. Just deal with it. Keep going. On the gas. Put your foot on the gas. Get mad. Give me more in the push-ups.
7, 8, 900. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick that up.
That's the fight. Now you have to figure it out.
Don't touch the knee. Pick up on your feet. Don't let your knees touch the floor. Come on.
Come 20 more. Nobody's exempt. The camera's out my face. We working. Go. Cough that street. Go.
Let's go.
20 more, fools. Go. Nah, that's not gonna be the right answer. That's not gonna be the right answer.
Your hands ain't gotta do it. Then let's go.
He on his knees again. That's another 20, right, man?
What you looking at down there?
Fools, the knees not gonna cut it.
No. Figure it out. Yo, go. Work.
Get it, Booze. Come on.
Just put your hands on the board and do it. Put your hands on the board and do it.
Over there.
That's the shit you gotta push through. That's the shit you gotta push through.
940. Go. Put up. Pick up.
Get the up.
Pick it up. He's helping you. Pick it up.
You gotta fight, man. Come on.
There you go.
Get up on your own. That's a pin drop down there. So against you gotta put in real pain, right?
Stand up.
Nice watch.
Stand up. Back down. Tap. Don't do that. Hands on the knees.
He gave you rest.
Hands on the knees ain't gonna do nothing.
That's great.
Hands on the knees ain't gonna do nothing. It's another knee. Yo. Snap it. Come on.
Just hearing Fousey scream the way he was screaming, it brings me back to those days where he had that content rolling out that was just insane, and he would just have this ridiculous scream that just makes you laugh and feel bad for him all at once.
Are you still friends with Abadoska?
I would go out on a limb and say the scream that he was doing was fake. But who the hell knows at this point, man? I don't even know if he knows who he is. Another interesting thing is that Anthony, that's the manager's name, Anthony. Anthony's over there. Unc tells him, nice watch.
Nice watch.
Stand up. Back down. 10. Don't do that. Hands on the knees.
He gave you rest. He gave you rest.
Hands on the knees ain't gonna do nothing. Hands on the knees ain't gonna do nothing.
Like joking on him, basically. And then he says something quietly about a ring, I believe. He said something about a ring. Now, you know what I just realized is one of the rules is no jewelry. But meanwhile, Unc wears a ring in every single video, and Anthony has a watch on. We've seen Anthony get called out in the past for wearing jewelry around his neck. But the weird thing is, Unc's got a ring on, and Anthony's got a watch on. I think both those things count as jewelry. So...
Get up. Get up. Get up. You got another 20, bro. It's a knee. We're going to do this the right way. Stand up straight.
We'll stay all night.
He's letting you
Put
breathe.
your boots on, Foos.
He's giving you rest.
Put your boots on and come outside, bro.
Take your
Come on. You got 20 more.
Put your boots on and come outside, Foos.
Move out the way. He got 20 push-ups. He got 20 burpees. He got to figure it out.
You gotta
He's
figure it
gonna
out.
take that. Go.
Come on, right there.
Put your boots on and come outside.
Feel like
The
that.
cameraman got to do
That's
everything he
normal.
got to do
Feel
with
like
burpees.
Come on, you got 20.
Get it,
Good
Foos.
arms, good arms. 10. Come on.
He still got to finish his burpees. Nobody.
Yo, in a couple seconds, I need another 10. Those 20 were
I didn't want to say it.
Those 20 were bullshit. You gotta give me another 10, bro. It's in your mind, Foos. I promise you. You banging out push-ups 55 at a time, right? I know you're tired.
Control. No, it's your fault.
Come on, your team working with you.
Facts.
Now you in the fire. You gotta figure it out. Either you're gonna put yourself at the fire or you're gonna die in there. Give me my 10, Foos.
So while I can appreciate everything that Hadi's saying and get why he's saying what he's saying, it's not all in your mind. It is not. Because if that was the case, people who are paraplegic, if I said that word right, paraplegics, they would be able to walk again. It's not all in your mind. When your body can't do more, it cannot do more. That's just the reality.
Hey, Foos. Come on. Come on, that's what you came for now. This is the part you were thinking about. Go. 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 I see you on your own now. You're on your own now. Good. 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 Come on. Come on, Mark. Where we at? Let's go. You drop my together.
No, pop. Move, please. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Move this out the way.
Without it, it's unnecessary. Yeah. Okay, here come. 15 and 25.
What you need, Pop? You did this already? Yeah, so. How many? I'm going to go under here. Under the count. Yo, AJ, take you to the back. Back swap. Facing this way. Yeah, take it back this way. Come on, fools. A lot of grip to those black invisible nerves. They're not visible. Black nerves. Go outside out focus. Grab as tight as you can. Take it out. Come down slow. Press slow. Everything's about control.
So you can see that Fousey is on the bamboo bar. Now with the bamboo bar, it's not the same as a metal bar. it has a lot more give to it, and the weight bounces and moves. So what Unc said is absolutely right. You have to be more slow with it. There's a learning curve to this bar, and if he's never used a bar like this in the past, he's not going to really know what that learning curve is all about. You know what I'm saying? So he's got to get the learning curve down. It's going to take him a minute, and you can see his arms are just flying all over the place. That's not just because of the learning curve. That's also because his triceps are so tired and burned out from all of the extensions and all of the push-ups that he has almost no control over the weight. When you're doing a bench press movement like they're doing, your triceps are handling a lot of that weight and stability. So not only is his chest a little burned out from the push-ups, his triceps are very burned out. Likely his forearms as well, very burned out from all the weight they were doing on those tricep extensions. And therefore, it's going to be very hard for him, especially being new to this bar, to be able to control it. Wild stuff.
Got it, Fousey. Being tested right now. Let's go.
Push up. That's the first step. Bring it over. Come down. Push up. Relax. Now push. Push, Fousey. Put a quarter on, please.
Come on. Raise everything. Stay calm.
Tight. Stay tight.
Press.
Tight.
Go. Now
Tight.
press. Press. You got it now. It's like riding a bike. Going forward.
The less control you have, the more it's going to shake.
Tight.
Come on.
Tight the part.
Stay smooth. Stay smooth with it.
Yes.
Stay smooth with it.
Tight.
Control your breathing.
Yes.
You gotta stay composed. Open your eyes. Stay composed.
Fools, you not wake up. I don't need no Mr. Nice teeth no more. Wake the up.
Just like that. Keep pushing.
Go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. Just like that. Good. Now you got it.
Well, that's what comes with a glass life. Life is up. Come on, press. Come on, bro.
Keep going. Come on.
You're finding your groove now. Find your groove. Go. Last one.
Up,
blow it up.
and put it back in.
On the rack. Let's go. 35 push-ups. Yo, he stopped and switched. My honor was 55, right? Honorable 55. Come on. Come on.
Let's go.
Come on, we gotta work. We gotta work today, bro. Let's go. Fight through it. Fight through it. You get in the spot, you're gonna have to figure it out. 20 more. Nah, get up. Some point you gotta start fighting back, fools. At some point you have to start fighting back.
Fools, fight.
Come on.
Control your body weight. 20 more. No.
Hey, up.
No, let him live in that pain. You gotta live in that pain. You gotta live in it for a second. Let him live in that pain. You gotta live in it for a second. Let him go in that dark room when he ain't had no money. That's what I want him to go. That's what I want him to get out of. That dark room when you ain't had shit, when you wanted to be something, but you wasn't yet. Go find him. Go find that scared little boy who's now a rich man. Go find him. Bring him to me.
Yeah, don't quit. Do not quit. Do not quit. Find your way out the hole. Find your way out the hole.
20 more.
20 more.
20 more.
Come on.
Yeah, get mad. Get angry. Show all of that. 20 more.
That's part of the game, baby. It's part of the game. You learn about yourself here. Learn about yourself, Foos.
Get mad.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
If you hate me.
Be a dog.
Hate me.
Be a dog.
But you want to finish.
Find a way out.
20 more.
Let's go, cuz. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. We'll stay all day, Foos. We'll stay all day. On that last rep, be explosive. Beat it.
20 more.
Doc, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. They want to see you work, bro. They want to see the new Fousey, bro. They want to see the new Foos, bro. That's what they want to see. They want to see the dog. Come on, the pain, use it.
20 more.
You got to figure it out.
Can't nobody on this TV, can't nobody in the comment sections, can't nobody on YouTube, can't nobody in that chat, without that, nobody can help you but yourself right now. We're not in a real world. You gotta figure it the out. You're back to reality, kid. Now fight.
Back against the wall, pressure on, fight your way out. Fight your way out. But that's it. Stay composed on your last one. You gotta find a way. Do not panic. Fight your way out. Now push it. Yes! Mud. Let's go.
You see, this kind of crap, it's so hard, man, when you got a dude who you just can't trust, you know what I'm saying? You can't trust Fouz. You can't trust him. Because the guy's pulled so much crap in his life that you just don't know when he's being real or when he's just being fake. And so, with the ease of what he just did compared to what he was just doing before, and then the way he stood up with such like a proud demeanor, it makes me feel like a lot of that was for show. Even with the wiggling of the bar. Like, I get you're tired, dude. I get it. But was that genuine? You just don't know with a guy like this because he's done so many non-genuine things in the past. You guys let me know in the comments. What do you think about this? Do you think that this was legit, what we've been seeing from him? Has he been just doing all this for content? Because he's done it in the past. Is he doing it again? Or is this legitimate? I get that a lot of this is hard. But like I said, with a guy like this, you just don't know. You can't tell. And that's the hard part.
A little bit. I don't really give a f. That was a great celebration. We don't celebrate a victory at halftime. Take his ass over there. The count is now 30.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, come on. I can't tell if you're looking at me because you got shades on, bro, but I hope you're not. 30 here, right? Yeah, I understand. But then, shut up and work. Not up free.
And I was thinking previous, when Hadi first started this whole weight pushing movement that he's doing, I was thinking it looks like he's leaning back on the bar and treating it like a push-up, which is going to be way easier than actually standing there and holding the weight out in front of you. You're going to feel a lot more muscles recruit when you're holding the weight out in front instead of leaning on something and then pushing upwards. So Unc straightened him out. It's a lot harder now, and there's going to be a lot more of a struggle. I wonder if Fousey was doing it the way Unc was originally doing it and wanted, or the way Hadi was doing it.
Throw me the spot. Got it.
Yeah, go ahead. That was AI. Ooh. Yeah! Nah, yeah. Nothing. What's up? I felt delicious. How your wrist feel? Yeah, how your wrist feel? A little up, go again. On the other side, make it even. Twins, let's dance with the devil. Go ahead, put your hands up.
And then when I break the rib.
Break it.
Bro, stop talking to me like that, bro.
I want my. Oh, I want mine too.
Yeah! Release.
Yeah!
Karate
20 burpees.
You think Karate Kid style?
Shut up. Boost is on, well, 35.
He already did it. Now it's gotta take the class.
You go, let Math go last.
No,
he gotta do his, he gotta do it.
He already did it.
Why did he go while Hadi was working?
He just said it. Why didn't he go while Hadi was working? It's so funny because if anybody else in this gym screwed around, the amount that Hadi and Unc screwed around, they'd be getting screamed at. But Hadi and Unc, they can screw around as much as they want. And it goes against the whole idea of camaraderie. They talk a lot about camaraderie and saying, we're all in this together. We all do the same thing all the time. None of us is better than another, blah, 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 blah. But when it comes to stuff like this, you just don't see that. You just don't see it. So, like, I get it. They're the boss in here, you know, Hadi and Unc doing their thing. They run the show, so they can get away with whatever. But it just, again, it goes against the whole idea of that camaraderie. You would have everybody doing the push-ups. You'd have everybody doing the hill. You'd have everybody shutting up and working, or everybody goofing around and working. That's actually what I love about Scala's channel. When Scala trains, he's screwing around with the guys, goofing off, blah, 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 but then they get to work. And they take time for fun and playing around. I love seeing what we just saw here with Unc and Hadi. I love seeing it. The joking around and stuff. I think that's so cool. I feel like everybody else should be able to get on board with that. It would make a much more like lively video, in my opinion. With Scala, those videos are action-packed, fun, you know, educational, and at least the last time I checked, I haven't seen it in a minute, but he's doing his thing, and he does it with like an energy that I really like and love and respect. Not that I don't like and love these guys or respect them. I get it and I respect them, but I vibe with the other way more.
No. Who told him to go?
He waited until after Haddy was done. He did it after Haddy was done.
After he did his push-ups?
No.
So who told him to go?
I did.
That's cool. 30 to 30 burpees. Go ahead, take it slow, but take it. Let's go. Work.
Yep.
Come on.
I need more. 19. You gotta be on 19.
Give me something, Moose.
Last one.
You gotta rack on your own.
Gotta rack it by yourself, bro. Gotta get it up by yourself. I need you to fight. Don't lose composure.
Now the key to this is 2 racks. Make a smart decision. Look. It's 2 racks. Stop. Okay, let his ass down. Put it all the way up. Rob with him, I'll take this, sir.
You see, that's what I'm talking about. He took a break the first 2 or 3 times, and then all of a sudden he can do it with 0 effort, seemingly. That's what I'm talking about. I feel like we've been getting played by Fousey a lot of this video. And I guess, you know, that's a part of his act. That's a part of his deal. But that's the thing. When he opens his mouth, you just can't trust him at this point. It was too easy at the end. It was too freaking easy. He's waiting for like applause and moments where he can like be powerful and overcome the struggle. But meanwhile, was the struggle ever even there?
Now one more. 35 push-ups, sir.
You got 45, you got an odd close.
45 odd close. Put a quarter on for mud.
Let's go, Bruce. Let's go. Here we go again. Stay composed. You're good there. Find the way out. You gotta stand up. It takes explosiveness. Be explosive about it. Shoot up.
20 more. Yeah. Hey, remind us we need 20.
Yeah, it's hot. Let it out. You gotta fight there. Fight back. There you go. You can either get upset and let it you up, or you can get upset and use the anger in your favor. Use it. Get pissed, use it. Y'all just walk around, do what y'all want.
He's still gonna touch that 100 pounds.
Hadi. Let's go, Hadi. Come on. Push.
Yes.
Make a manly decision and your muscle. You gotta make a decision. Come on. Let's go. Come on. One more. Drop it.
You heard that? 2 claps.
5. Count it up. Don't wait for it. Go to it.
Go ahead. Come on, go.
Yeah, count.
Go.
Nice. Right there.
Right back up.
Push, kid. 2. Come on. Good form. 3. Keep the tension. 4. Come on. 5. Keep going. 5 more. 5. 4. 3. Fight. 2. One more. Go. Finish. I'll drop on your neck. Push. Push. Get the up. Do my push-ups. 35.
Stand up. Don't no weakness.
No. Lean down. Yeah. Lean forward. Let it come up. Push down. Higher.
Now wake the up. Let's go. Wake up. Go. Don't turn it off now. Let's go. Right there. Walk with intensity like you want to be someone. Go. Whoever's next, go. Go. Every time y'all go, I'm just sitting here waiting to do my set, so move with some intensity, please.
Hey, max it. Let's go. We got 10 minutes left. Max that. Let's start 10.
Like that. Go ahead.
You gotta give me something more than that.
Fight, man. Let's go. We here now. We in the middle of it now.
That was 20?
Yes, sir.
Open your eyes and fight. Come on.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. Don't wait for me. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 pull-ups.
Right now.
AJ, get your ass up there. So I'm mad. Incline. Put the arm. Then go to incline. Hurry up, 2 plates.
What time is it? 6:04.
Yep.
Go!
Get up.
Figure it out.
20 more.
20 more.
If only this dude would just be normal, he'd be so much more likable. Like, that was so... It was such an obvious screw up, you know what I mean? He did it on purpose. He just flipped himself onto the floor looking for pity and looking for whatever. And honestly, like, you know, at the end of these things, at the end, they'll sit down and talk. What did you think about it? Blah, 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 blah. Did you think about that? You can't trust a word that this guy is going to say because he's looking to look pathetic. He's looking to look like a loser. He is looking to make something out of nothing. It's ridiculous.
Back to the board. Get up.
Go.
Let's go, money. Figure it out. Well, nobody's coming to help. Nobody coming to save you. Nobody coming to look out for you. It's you, bruh. You gotta get up. That's it, by yourself. You're by yourself. You gotta go. Fight. Push.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Clap it up, bro. That's it. Bring that. Hey, we gonna go out front and powwow. Yo, I knew he was When he started unzipping his ankle zippers.
Yeah, and that was in the first. That was
He's letting his ankles to breathe.
I do want to say something if it's cool to y'all.
Yeah, nah, go ahead.
So, I don't know, a lot of y'all know, like, I've been through a lot of mental and fought, like, a lot of internal battles. Like, and I thought I've had to go through the depths of hell to survive. And straight up, honestly, not even to, like, try to, like, gas it, nothing pushed me to the limits that this did. Like, the levels of depths of hell I've had to face in here, I never had to face, and that's because my body gave out way before my mind did, and I had to keep pushing, like y'all said. And the hardest part about this is, and I'm not even saying this to get y'all to be like, nah, you good. Like, it wasn't even about letting myself down. I felt like I was letting y'all down in there because I wanted to keep pushing, but I couldn't. And y'all really showed me what it means to be, like, resilient as a man. And
right, exactly. And that's what everybody says. Everybody says, well, so many people say, I felt like I was going to let you down if I, couldn't keep pushing and all that stuff. And that's, I guess, but that's such a common answer. I don't know. I mean, that's how they frame it. That's how they frame this whole thing. It's supposed to be about, again, camaraderie and all that stuff. The issue comes when you got a guy like Fousey saying that he's gone through so much mental stuff in his life. And again, you don't know when he's serious or when he's not serious. You have no idea. You can't know because he's such an actor. But based on all the crap that we've seen Fousey go through in his life, it does not lead me to believe that this guy actually went through the worst hell of his life if his mental journey was so hard in a gym. No friggin' way. Drugs, alcohol, financial problems, steroid abuse, all this crap, and you're telling me that a gym pushed you to the brink of your humanity? Get the hell out of here, bro.
I appreciate all y'all, because this is really going to make me go home and really question myself and be like, are you the man you need to be? There was a thing you said in there, you were like, do it for the little kid in you that you used to be. Straight up, honesty, I'm 36 right now, but I still feel like I am that little man. And I now need to find who the man that I need to be is and turn. And turn into him, because who I showed up as in there is not who I want to show up as a man, because, like, if we were to go to battle, that's not how I would want to show up. So I appreciate all y'all for what you showed me in there. That was a different level. And for anybody who I did, and I'm not even saying this to hear you good. If I did disappoint you in what you expected me to bring,
Nah, dude, nah. You're not telling me that you learned who the man you need to be because you went to this gym. That shows me, dude, if you're being serious, which I'm sure you're not, that just shows me that you haven't learned throughout all the trials and tribulations that were actually legitimate, seemingly, that you've experienced so far in your life, dude.
I remember the diagnosis at the time seemed to be that you have, like, bipolar and that you were in some kind of manic state. But you said that was a misdiagnosis?
So when I was 18, I was in college and I had my first nervous breakdown. I was in the library, opened my laptop. Next thing you know, my heart's palpitating. I'm sweating. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Pack my bags, run home, scared, go in my room, like shivering. Go to the therapist for the first time, see a psychiatrist. All it took was, I think, 1 or 2 evaluations. And she goes, yeah, from what you said, you're bipolar. And I took it. I took it around with it for my whole life. Even took bipolar medication, everything. 2021, after the Reality High incident where I got knocked out by Bryce Hall, I get sent to a rehab in Caron, Pennsylvania, and they do a 30-day intense eval with many therapists, daily, everything. And at the end, they gave me my diagnosis, and they said, Yusuf, you have no signs of bipolar. You're severely depressed. You suffer from depression, but no signs of bipolar. And I've always thought that because July 15th was the only manic thing I've ever had. Yeah, it's highs and lows. I don't have any highs. I only have lows.
You know, there was an interview a while back of Larry Wheels. Larry Wheels went to this gym. Larry Wheels trained at this gym. And at the end of that training, they sat Larry down and they asked him a bunch of stuff, just like they're asking Fousey. Larry had his time on camera to speak, and Larry had nothing but good things to say.
This is one of the most challenging sessions I've ever had. I would say maybe only second to where I did Strength Wars, where I actually had to have the ambulance come in and give me oxygen, and nearly pushed myself that hard today. And I want to say what you built here with the community is very special.
And Larry even said he wants to implement something like what they do here at Diamond Gym into his life and into his training, because they brought back some kind of like nostalgic memory of whatever he said, right? But then, not long after, maybe less than a month or so later, he's on a podcast. I don't remember what the podcast was, but he's on this podcast and he says something like, I think it was the Raw podcast. He says something along the lines of,
"They're not drinking water." Like, no, I don't like that. You know, that's
you gotta drink water.
That's bullshit. At least let me drink water doing this shit. I was worried about I'm gonna drop dead or something. Like those.
Did Unc do the hill sprints and the burpees with you?
Like, you know, a little bit. You know, he didn't do as much as the rest of us. He just jumped in at the end.
I hate it. I'm never doing again. I don't see the benefit in me or any other bodybuilder or strength athlete benefiting from doing burpees and push-ups in between 30 to 50 rep sets. I just don't see what they're trying to accomplish there besides make great content.
I don't see the benefit in training like they do at Diamond Gym. But meanwhile, when he was there at Diamond Gym, he had nothing but positive things to say about the benefits. So it shows you how these guys say what they want to say on camera at the end of these shows, at the end of this entertainment. They say what they want to say, but they don't actually feel that way. You cannot tell me that a guy who's been addicted to drugs, gone through mental health crisis, learned so much about who he needs to be through this gym session. You can't. And honestly, at this point, it looks corny to me. It looks so corny. And it's not Unc's fault, and it ain't Hadi's fault. It's their fault that they had him on the show. It's their fault for that. But he's going to be left up to his own, device, his own design here. Fousey's being given a camera, and he's opening up and talking, and he's being left open to his own devices over here. The guy can't be trusted to conduct himself properly, and therefore he's going to give you some BS on camera saying, oh, this and that, this was the most spiritual experience I ever had in my life, and all this BS. Meanwhile, he's been through the mill if what you can say he's been through has actually been real.
I promise I'm gonna do my due diligence and going back home, really taking an inventory of myself and doing what I need to do to be able to ever come back and be like, look, I did the work. Cameras or not, and I want to show y'all where I'm at now. So thank you for letting me know how much work I still need to do.
You can see that Fousey was using this, in my opinion, because this whole video is my opinion, right? You can see that Fousey used this opportunity, and it makes sense, there's nothing wrong with it, but used this opportunity to set up a regrowth of himself. He's saying, I need to take this opportunity to do better. I need to take this opportunity to change who I am. Because he's been through such a nightmare of a life on screen, whether it's real or not, again, we don't know. On screen, if we're taking him at his word, he's been through such a nightmare of a life that he would not be able to come out of that nightmare unless he had some kind of a spiritual awakening experience, which we've seen him try to pull off in the past, but it never worked. So he's using this, in my opinion, as an opportunity to get more eyes on him, because nobody cares about him these days, unfortunately. I'm not trying to sound mean, I'm just being honest. Nobody cares about him because of the stunts he's pulled in the past. So he's using this as an opportunity to get a whole bunch of eyes on him because he knows Diamond Gym is hot right now. I'm going to come onto this channel, I'm going to put myself through living hell, and then at the end I'm going to say, I'm going to change who I am as a man, and now he's going to document his life as a changed man, and how this experience has changed him and all this other crap. I guarantee you, in my opinion, that's the kind of charade he's pulling.
Mud, you want to say something? I just think you've been doing this social media for a long time, so I was excited to get you in here because it's like a different world. When you operate in the social media world, you get so attached to numbers, and you kind of attach your worth based on like results. And I think now it's at a phase where I wanted you to operate on understand like can I continue to do this without expecting any ROI from it. There's no it's just for me. Like let me just fight for me. Let me get through this for me without a reward at the end. Without nothing other than that I finished it, you know what I'm saying? And because you get so attached to every time you do something, there's some type of result, there's some type of dopamine rush, there's some type of I did this or I did that. You come and you show up and you work and you get yo, that was hard, bro, you did it. You know what I'm saying? Just a pat on the back. And I think that's super important for you, bro. You've been in this game for a lot longer than we have. I was watching you before I even started making content, so.
I just want to say something to everybody that's watching, to you, Fousey, to everybody that supports us. There's no disappointment in effort. There's no such thing as disappointment in effort. There's a disappointment in saying I can't. There's a disappointment in quitting. There's no disappointment in effort, right? So I can't say that you meet my expectations when I never trained for you. My expectations was met when you didn't quit. That's when my expectations was met. Had you quit and walk out of here, hey bro, he can't come back. I don't give a fuck how much money he is, how pretty his smile is. I can't respect it because to me, it's superficial, right? So what I want to say to you is you came in not knowing what to expect. Probably one of the roughest workouts you had recently because you're in great shape. But the key thing is you didn't quit, you didn't fold. Even when it got tougher, that 20 count kept hitting, that 20 count that shows resilience.
Yo, honestly, everything that Unc is saying is legit in my opinion as well. It's the effort that you put in that shows who you are. The fact that he didn't quit, you know, I'm talking about Fousey here. And, you know, like the screaming and the squirming around on the floor, it's too much theatrics, this crap. But the fact that, you know, people don't quit in general shows you the level of strength that they have. And I think that's a beautiful thing. You shouldn't be judged on the failure because technically, is there a failure? No, you should be judged on the work you're putting in to try to achieve what you're trying to achieve. You can see the heart in the person and what you're pushing. And I think that's great. Buddha Unc bringing it to the table again.
It shows effort. To me, effort is the most important thing that we'll ever have in this life of ours, is effort. What you put out is what you get in. A lot of people don't have that effort. They don't have that tenacity. They don't have that willpower. They're not doing nothing conducive for themselves, but now talking about each other, right? So now the new shift in social media and podcasting is talking about other people and what they're doing instead of celebrating what you're doing, right? So now you could say, yo, even if the topic come up, how was training at Diamond Gym? You have a right to speak on that topic. You was in the depths of hell, but fighting through it. Nobody else that hasn't trained with us, they can't say it. So they have their opinion from a distance. I don't respect distance. I respect effort. I respect respect. And the thing about you is, when we even met at the expo, you said I'm pulling up. How do you say, yo, you pulling up? I respect that.
You cannot convince me that what goes on in this gym is hell. Okay? Now, I've never been to this gym, and as Unc is saying, he doesn't respect distance. Now, Unc's told me many times on the phone that he does respect me, which I appreciate, and I respect him, and I've told him many times I respect him as well. So, while he may not respect distance, I've also said many times in my videos, I would never train at this gym with the way that they train. I've already spoken to Scala on the phone, and I don't know if you guys noticed, the guy trains like a beast, trains like a monster. He breaks his back in the gym. I would totally train with Scala. And he's already told me to come through, and we're going to set it up in the future. But the fact is, that's because he trains like a normal person. You know what I mean? This is like, to me, again, this training, it means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. To other people, I get that it might mean something. And so I don't mean disrespect to you guys. If you find value in it, that's great. No problem with that. But you can't tell me that being in this gym was being in the depths of hell. You got people fighting in the army. You got people going through real struggles in real life. The people who are really living in a hell where there's no exit door. This is a gym. It has an entrance and an exit. You ain't telling me that you find the depths of hell in a place that has an entrance and an exit. You can't tell me that, dude. You can't tell me that. So I haven't been there, and maybe I don't have a right to speak because of that, right? Well, at the end of the day, that's my opinion on it, okay? I remember at one point, these two dudes from the Army walked into Diamond Gym. I remember one time in one of the videos, we had some Army guys come in because for some reason they wanted to train with Diamond Gym, right? So they came in on some day passes. They said, yes, sir. And then some of the dudes from Diamond Gym, not sure who it was, they proceeded to like make light of that.
Yo, who are these two dudes?
West Point.
Huh?
West Point.
Military?
Academy.
The best of the best of the best. Sir, with honors.
Yes, sir.
Stay right there.
Oh, sir, yes, sir. Blah, 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 blah. It shows you that they have no clue. But they made light of the fact that these guys from the Army came to train with them. How dare you make light of that? The fact that they're spending their time in your gym to train the way you prescribe is enough goofiness to show that you've reached the public eye in general and hypnotize them with what they think is good training or mental toughness. But the fact that you had the audacity to tease them, to make light of the way they chose to live their life, very likely to glorify the country that they live in, how dare you? So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I also have their followers come into the channel and say, this is how the Army trains. This is how the Army trains. You should show respect for these guys. This is how the Army trains. First of all, I bet you none of those people telling me that were in the Army. Because if they were, they would be saying I was in the Army. And this is how the Army trains. And these guys need to be respected. They would be saying that. Second of all, that is not how the Army trains. The Army needs to be in good physical condition in order to do what they are doing. What Hadi and Unc over there at Diamond Gym do, they tell you it's simply strictly for your mentality. It's not going to help build you up. It's going to literally break your body down. They tell you that in the description of their video. Thankfully, they go that far to tell you that. So I've said on multiple occasions, don't you dare compare what they're doing in that gym, where that gym has an entrance door and an exit door, okay? Don't you compare what they're doing in that gym to what the Army does, because the Army doesn't always have an exit door. Don't do it. How dare you compare a gym to the Army? How dare you? That is disgusting and despicable. And I'm sure a lot of those people have no clue what they're saying, and that's fine. But I'm trying to dispel that ignorance right now. And they were like joking around at them. And I don't think it was Unc or Hadi. I think it was somebody else. I don't think it was them, because I don't think they would do that. But it was someone else in the gym who was like joking around on the guys. Like, sir, yes, sir, you know, with honors, you know. And it's like, dude, you realize these dudes from the Army who fight to serve their country, to try to protect their country and the people that they love the best they know how, they walk into this gym and show you, Diamond Gym, show you the privilege of coming to train at your gym for whatever reason they decided to want to come train there, because it's just an old broken down gym. Sure, it has some history or whatever, but the thing that's making it fire right now is because the way these guys train at it, the style they have, right? So these dudes from the Army, they probably saw some Diamond Gym videos and they said, hey, you know, these guys are putting in the work. We want to train these Army guys. Can you believe it? We want to train with them. We want them to put us through the mill or whatever. Maybe they just had day passes and they were in the area. I don't really know. But at the end of the day, these guys are being mocked when they walk into a gym. When they walk onto that field in real life, you think there's an exit door that they can just walk out of? No, there's no exit door. You want to go through hell? Why don't you try that? Why don't you sign up for the Army, Fousey? If you think this was hell, if you have the audacity to say you training in your colorful sneakers and your soft little pants and your little white shirt with your little blue hat on, if you're saying that this was hell, I want to see you go to the friggin' Army, bro. and you tell me what is hell and what is not. You get put on a battlefield and you tell me what is hell and what is not. Don't tell me that the four walls of this gym that anybody can pay $10 or $20 to go to for a day, training in there was hell. All right? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Okay? There's something to being honest, and then there's something to theatrics. All right? And if you genuinely thought in your heart that this was the biggest nightmare that you've ever faced in your life, you have not been through nothing in your life, my friend. You haven't been through nothing. Okay? This is the kind of crap that I don't like. Stop with the BS theatrics, and let's be honest. You had a hard day. Your triceps are sore. You squirmed around like a little worm on the floor. Okay? That's what you did. Because you wanted clicks, you wanted views. You're trying to change your image up. That's what you did. All right? But don't tell me that this taught you how to be a man. Don't tell me that crap. All right? Yeah. I'm not saying they don't work hard. What I'm saying is this ain't it. This ain't it. And Hadi knows it ain't it, and Unc knows it ain't it. They know. You think they're going to tell you what they do is harder than what people do on a battlefield? Get the hell out of here. They know better. They know better. So they ain't saying that. This ain't against them. This is about the theatrics of it all. Okay? I get that there's certain good things about this type style of training. I get certain people appreciate it, okay? But don't tell me this was the hardest thing you ever did in your life. Because if this was the hardest thing you ever faced in your life, you have not lived, my friend. You don't know nothing about struggle.
It's not what you say, it's how you say. In this lifetime, you'll get more with a bear with sugar than you get salt. You came respectfully, you left respectfully. And then you also left with your honor. Because it's not a normal workout. Nothing we do is normal. Nothing we do is by the book, conventional, is normal. You want to know why? Because I don't give a and I don't want to be normal. I don't want to be put in no frame or no case. So if I'm not normal, they're going to be abnormal. And guess what? They're all getting stronger, they're all getting bigger, and most importantly, they're getting a tough exterior and interior mentally to deal with the is going on out there, right? A lot of men are afraid to say that they have mental health issues or they go through mental You could be Scrooge McDuck and have the most money in the world and be the brokest person mentally, not financially, but broke on the inside, right? So I've been there before. I see my therapist twice a month, sometimes 3 times a month if I relapse and I need her help. But this is my other outlet. You understand? So it's okay to come in here and fight your demons. So me, being that I'm a little bit, I see it. I see a successful man, but I don't see a complete happy man. And the thing is, it came so fast and it's so there, you have nothing else to prove. But now you have something to prove to yourself. Today was more like a rebirth. Now I gotta take a look in the mirror and see, yo, did I even earn this shit I got? Is it worth even having? Or do I gotta humble myself and get back in the lab and be a better me?
And that's exactly what I said before, like a rebirth, right? You can see the angle at which they're coming from. I'm not saying this was all scripted, but this is the angle Fousey wanted. This was the excuse Fousey wanted. This is the reinvention of Fousey, okay? I'm going to assume, because I don't watch his content for obvious reasons, but I'm going to assume he's going to try to rebirth himself, rebrand himself, remake himself, and this was the perfect time to do so, because now he's got new eyes on him likely, and old eyes on him, and now he's going to take this opportunity to be like, I'm the man now. I changed my life, all because of Diamond Jim. All because of Diamond Jim. So I don't give a crap what he does. I don't care. But it's just disingenuous. Because throughout this guy's entire quote-unquote career, he's been trying to do it. He's been trying to rebrand and do this and do that. And he's, rapping and, whatever the heck he does. He does all this stuff. And it's all for clout. It's all for money. It's all for clicks. It's all for views. So what makes you think the leopard changed his spots all of a sudden because he went to a gym and his triceps got sore?
You understand? So I'm proud of you. I'm actually shocked. And I'm not shocked in the sense that I thought you were soft or weak. I'm shocked that you really fought back without arguing, yelling, or nothing. To me, that's honorable. And I respect it. And I respect what everybody's doing that's pulling up. Everybody's giving it 100%. It ain't no cut takes. It ain't no, it ain't scripted. Nobody says, yo, we gonna do 100 reps of this, 200 reps. Nobody, and people don't understand why. And there's no rhyme or reason. We just try to make it harder on our bodies so our bodies can never adapt and we keep changing. So shout out to Fousey, shout out to my nephew Hadi, shout out to the TTD family. And we just want to stay positive. And at the end of the day, man, y'all can say what y'all want in TV land and Instagram land. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Because one thing is certain, two things are sure. You're not going to say that shit in my face. And three, a comment never shot me or beat me up.
I think for a long time, bro, as far as I've been paying attention for a long time, everybody's been creating their own narrative about you, right? They see clips, they see content, and they create their own narrative. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. I hope this puts you in a stage of your life where it's like, I'm writing the narrative about me now.
People haven't been writing the narrative about Fousey. No, he's been writing the narrative because he live streamed his entire life. The things people say about Fousey, they've seen it off his own hand, from his own hand. Other people aren't narrating his life, controlling his life. He's been chasing money, chasing clout, chasing views for how many years? And once he started to decline, he started to do crazier and crazier things in order to try to get relevant again. No one's writing the narrative for him. Now, sure, this might be an opportunity to do better and do different for him. And hey, I wish the best for the guy. I don't know him or care. I want the best for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But don't give this guy a cop-out. Nobody's writing the narrative. He wrote his own narrative. And he did it because he wanted clicks and views and money. That's why. Okay? If you can actually look at somebody and wonder, did he really lose his mind or not? If there's even a question, that shows you the amount of acting that goes into the stuff that he has put out. And you know it's for clout and you know it's for money because he's always upping the ante. Trying to outdo the last video. Oh, I was this crazy in this video, so now I gotta be this crazy in this video, and now this crazy. It's the YouTube BS garbage, live streaming, Twitch kick crap that you see this whole society becoming.
You guys don't have the opportunity to now tell me who I am, if I'm tough, if I'm not tough, if I'm this, if I'm not. I think now it's a chapter of your life where I'm creating the narrative. One, I came up in here with nuts and I said I'm gonna go in there and fight, and that's respectable. Most people wouldn't do that. So whatever narrative you have about me in that asset, shut up. I'll go in there and now I'm gonna continue carrying that out and just carry myself in a positive and a healthy way, an example for young men worldwide, and just with the influence that you have, continue to put that out there, bro. Now you're writing your own story. Nobody could come and tell you about yourself. Like now let's harden that shell. And for like on the mental health thing, like Mo was talking about, bro, I think a lot of times men struggle because they just want to hear somebody tell them, like, I understand how hard it is, right? It's not that I want somebody to carry the load for me or I want somebody to help me out. As a man, sometimes I literally just want, yo, I see how hard it is, bro, and you're getting through it, and I'm happy that you're fighting through, right? And that's what I think we all are for each other, bro, is I understand how hard it is for him and them, and everybody got their own. As men, we got to carry so much weight. And like I said, I told you a lot while we were training. Yo, nobody can help you now. You're on your own, right? Figure it out. That push-up, when you're on the last one, you fall and you got to get up and do it again and falling. Nobody can come pick you up by your shirt and get you up on your feet and do it for you. It's the same thing, bro. When we're out here, you're by your...
Yeah, the fake fall. You know the tumble that he did? That whole, like, you know, James Bond, 007, MI fall and then, it's so horrible. Yeah, that one. Nobody can help him get up from that but himself. Yeah. Well, he put himself down there. So that he could be picked up or allow himself to pick himself up. Because in order to get views, people need drama. In order to get drama, you need to have something to have drama with. Oh, I fell down, and I'm screwing up, and but I got up again.
I will tell you is, I see how hard it is. I'm going through the same thing, and I'm proud of you for pushing through regardless, right? And I'm proud of everybody in here for pushing through regardless, because none of that is easy. And it looks away on camera, and you'll never really understand. He stopped me at some point in the middle of the workout, and he was like, yo, bro, I had my idea of what this was going to be like.
Bro, when the this conversation take place?
None of your business. I had an idea.
No. When did this?
He just came up to me after saying, he said, yo, I had an idea of what this was going to be like. And brother, it's during the work, 3 days
during
long.
the workout.
Shut up, fool. 3 days long. Eat is 3 days long. Sit down, brother,
hold
please.
on. During the workout, y'all had a moment?
No, bro. He said this is a lot harder than I expected it.
When did he say it?
None of your business, bro.
Yo, two up.
Two what?
Up the hill, two.
Who?
You.
Get out of here. You were talking to
I'm going with y'all.
Go ahead, run. Nah, I'm sipping my prime. I'm not going to the hill for that. He's walking by, he said, yo, this is really hard. Like, yeah, I know, I'm here. I know, nah, let him run. Let him go straight up. Yo, get the little up here too. That shit
But that's 100% true in what you said, and I don't think I would have been able to. That story that I would have written if I tried to rewrite my story before doing this wouldn't have been the same, because this was like the biggest mirror as to who I was.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? The story that I would have had to write before coming, if I never came here, would have been different, because this was the biggest mirror to who I was. Get the hell out of here, bro. Don't give your audience more crap to deal with, all right? Listen, if you got mental health struggles, fine, dude, fine. But I find it very hard to believe that all the mental health struggles you've ever had in your entire life were less hard than this, okay? You got lactic acid buildup. You think that's hard? Again, this gym's got an entrance and an exit that you can go in and out of at any point in time. You're telling me that this was the hardest thing you've ever been through? Haven't you been in an insane asylum, bro? I could be wrong, but I could swear that this dude was in an insane, a nut house. You know, I don't want to call it a nut house. A crazy house, an insane asylum. Whatever you want to call it. And that makes me not believe that you ever had any mental health struggle at all. That's a huge clue. Because if you did, you wouldn't be telling me that this workout was the biggest mirror after hurting yourself, hurting your family, hurting your friends. You're telling me that this, your triceps burning, was the biggest mirror to who you are? This was a publicity stunt. This was a ploy so that now he can rewrite his damn narrative. And I'm not saying that it's Hadi and Unc helping him. No, I think he used this as an opportunity to now try to make more money on his platforms due to the excuse as to how he's rewritten the story. Everything's changed now. Everything's different. Because he saw the mirror. Because he did some tricep pull downs and some presses on a bamboo bar and some push-ups that he somersaulted afterwards for a dramatic touch. This is the kind of social media that gets me sick. And that's why when I first saw that they even put him in their gym on these cameras, I was like, why him, dude? Why him? Like, maybe they believe in him a little bit. Maybe. Because maybe they see something I don't or whatever. No one ever wrote the narrative for him, man. He wrote his own damn narrative. And he screwed up his own life. And all the mental health struggles that he's had, sorry you had them, bro, if you ever did. But don't tell me that none of those were harder than going to the gym.
Like, I thought I knew where I was. I thought I, like, regardless of what everyone said, I knew who I was. I thought I had that. But this really showed me, like, deep down internally, something I'm not even gonna be able to explain to y'all, who I am as a man, that, like, I would have never seen that until I put myself through this. Said a lot, but to any body who has any workout, shut the f up. Yeah. You have no idea. Like, I think we were at number 50 of the first set of burpees, and in my head I was like, I'm dead, like, I'm done. And then to see, like, to watch their reps in person and how much strength they're pushing and how much they're fighting to get her up, and then at the end dancing after and laughing with each other, it's a level of strength you're never gonna understand. It's different.
I've already said it enough. I'm not saying what they're doing in there is easy, but what I am saying to you is, if this is what it took for you to see yourself, you were cured by a miracle, bro. All the problems that you ever had gone, all because of a workout at a gym and some prime at the end. Get the hell out of here, man.
This is Fousey now. Y'all not gonna tell me who I am. This is who the f I am, right? This is my story. This is who the f I'm gonna be. And whatever the f I tell you I'm gonna be, I'm gonna live up to that standard every single day, and I'm gonna hold true to that.
The most gangsters part of this, with Fousey, celebrity, with his business acronym, with his success, he didn't have to do this. He didn't have to do it. It was a decision that he made to challenge himself.
All right, well, that's news to me, because last time I checked, it was a while ago, Fousey wasn't nobody special anymore, and he hardly has a following, at least compared to what he did at one point, and everybody thought that maybe he was a bit crazy. So maybe Fousey ain't in the position that I am under the impression he is currently in. But it doesn't take away the fact that you're telling me that a workout at a gym for a few hours, burning your triceps, made you see the man you need to be. That's sad, bro. That's sad if that's the case. That means you've never been through nothing of substance.
It's the most important thing, is to constantly challenge. No matter how successful you get, no matter how much money you get, you have to constantly challenge yourself. So, commend you on that.
Salute. Football boys, how was y'all night?
Good experience, I'm not gonna lie. No complaints, man. Get after it. No complaints. No, sir. No regrets.
Thank y'all for tuning into the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. A lot of you guys watching this are not subscribed. Please hit that subscribe button. Shout out K, shout out Prime, shout out the sponsor, shout out Fousey. Like Unc said, he ain't have to do this. Fousey doesn't need us, right? This is like, it's like I said, it's somebody that I was watching before I even ever bought a camera, so.
I must be under the wrong impression. I genuinely thought that he did need this. And the way it was staged was he's trying to make a comeback. Maybe he already had a comeback. Maybe he's well respected in the industry again. Maybe. I don't know. Last time I checked, people hung around Fousey because they wanted to like abuse him and make him look more like sad than what he probably was in reality. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But at the end of the day, this seemed to be very scripted to me. Maybe not the Diamond Gym training part, but this whole narrative at the end, especially with Hadi saying he didn't have to come here. Well, nobody has to go there. All the guys you've ever trained with have been bigger than you guys. You had Larry Wheels in there, bro. You had Big Boy in there. These dudes are way bigger than Diamond Gym has ever been. Maybe in the future Diamond Gym will be bigger, but you've only trained with bigger people. So saying that he didn't have to come here, well, that's kind of like saying, well, Larry Wheels didn't go there. Larry Wheels went there for notoriety. That's why Diamond Gym is becoming a rite of passage. It's not because people want this training necessarily. It's that they want the publicity. That's what they want. Why do you think Will Tennyson went there? He wanted more eyes on him. He wanted the money from YouTube, from the sponsorships, from whatever. That's why. That's why Larry Wheels went on your show, said a whole bunch of great things at the end, and then went on another show and said, no, I would never do it again. I don't see the value in it. You see what I'm saying?
Put in work. I've seen, it takes a lot to see some shit online, see how crazy it is, and say, yeah, I'm gonna go in there and try it for myself. Most people would rather sit behind the camera and talk about it, how they could have did it, or how it doesn't make sense, or how this isn't optimal. You can have all your opinions behind the camera in the comfort of your lukewarm living room, but to come out here and actually do it, whether you like it or not, to come out here and say I'm gonna do it anyways, and I'm gonna show y'all that I have the right to sit down and talk about it behind the camera, that's more respectable than anything else. So.
You got Hadi over here saying, oh, people sitting there in their lukewarm living room, being able to say what they want, essentially talking about people like me, right? And saying, oh, but even if you don't like what we do, you coming out and doing the work, that's more respectable. Get the hell out of here, bro. Yo, Hadi, with all due respect, man, you know I got respect for you. I've already told you I got respect for you. I don't respect what you just said. I absolutely don't. Because, see, if I were to go to your gym, I'd be lowering my standards. You understand? Lowering my standards. I would be treating myself and my body with less respect than before I started to train like how you train. Because we don't see eye to eye on the benefits of your training. Okay? So, hey, if a lot of people do, no problem. But I'm not going to be personally, and I know he ain't talking to me specifically, but kind of he is. He's talking to whoever is out there talking about him. He's having his say at the moment. You can't tell people who have too much respect for themselves that they need to lower their self-respect to walk through your gym door, do what you do, and then end up hurting their back afterwards, getting their toe crushed afterwards, cracking their skull open afterwards, and then, oh, but I got more respect for you now. I got more respect for you now. Meanwhile, the people who walk in there, you used to anyway, I don't know if you still do it, but you berate them. You treat them like garbage. You all saw the Hussein video from back a while back. Maybe they chilled since then. They were treating him like complete trash. And so I'm pretty sure they didn't stop doing that. Okay? So I'm saying this with respect because I get this is your grind. But if you want to come onto my side of the screen and start telling me, oh, I don't respect people who don't do it. Well, first of all, I don't need your respect. I don't. Even though I'm pretty sure me and Hadi have a mutual respectful relationship. Last time I spoke to him, he told me he respects me. And I told him I respected him. So this ain't me trying to be nasty to Hadi. But in general, I have to defend what he's speaking against. Because I know there's many people out there who have too much self-respect for themselves, for their minds, for their bodies, for their time, than to do this. Okay? So, yo, listen, if you all love it, you all love it. I don't care. You love what you want. I don't care. It means nothing to me. I'm here because you guys want to see me react to this stuff. But at the end of the day, don't go saying, oh, I don't take what you say as valuable unless you walk through my door. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Because there's many people who won't walk through your door. It's not even your door. You don't own the gym. But they won't walk through your door because they got too much self-respect. Every person we've seen come into your world has done it because they want clout. It's not because they want to prove something to themselves. Absolutely not. It's because they want money, they want clout, they want recognition, they want attention. That's why. And everybody who has a brain knows this. This is not uncommon knowledge, all right? Anyway, guys, I'm done with this video. Much love to y'all. Much love to the Diamond Gym crew. I got nothing but respect for them, but I ain't gonna just let a comment like that slide. You can't. When you got something to say and you're passionate about something, you need to speak it. And so I'm speaking it right here. I'm telling you, that's garbage. So everybody who's got something to say that's not in line with what Hadi is saying, and everybody who's got something to say who hasn't gone to that gym but has two brain cells to rub together to realize that what they're doing is dangerous and not beneficial to, I would say, a majority of society, you guys keep doing what you're doing. Have enough respect for yourself to keep doing it, and don't be bullied around by all this, well, you were never here, so you can't speak on it. Get out of here, man. You got to be smarter than that. Anyway, you all have a great one. Thank you for being here, and much love to you guys. Appreciate you.